about how phone cameras have been catching up.
So you're saying by 2030?
Yeah,
by
definitely.
2030,
Like, I think
cameras won't exist.
this ain't the topic of today, by the way. No, but honestly, like, cameras, it's just, the gap is closing. It's closing. It's closing in.
But I don't think it'll ever close like that. Because I think, phone cameras are getting better rapidly.
Yeah.
But cameras are actually getting better as well. Not as fast as how much they're better phones, but they are still getting a bit better.
Like, I think
Seniors start telling us there's 8K, 16K. I don't know what's going up to.
Like, for example, hi-fi systems,
Yeah.
and speakers. There are some speakers, obviously they're very, very expensive, but the portable speaker even is closing.
It's cheap.
Closing the gap.
It's cheap.
No, but I agree. There are some cameras that are like.
This brand, Black Magic. That's actually the brand.
Yeah.
The camera. The camera. For someone start saying. There's some serious cameras.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So the topic today is I don't know for how many episodes we haven't come up with the time when we recorded this. But it's basically how actually you introduced it today.
So what is it even? Is
how culture promotes the things that is destroying them. So it's like a contradiction.
Oh yeah. So how culture promotes the thing. Wait, I need to actually maybe get your phone. Oh yeah, your phone's recording the finger.
How
what
culture.
was it again?
I can't remember. I don't think it was promotes. Yeah, definitely. How culture.
Culture, the things that. Wait.
Let's just say promotes. Just
promotes the things that are destroyed. So how culture promotes the things that are
Yeah.
destroyed. Okay,
Yeah. So it's kind of a contradiction.
Yeah.
Or let's say how culture contradicts itself.
Okay. Actually, let's just say it promotes the things that are destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand it more.
Alright, cool. So where should we start? I think because it's such a powerful tool, I think we should start with music.
Music. Okay, music. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna talk from my culture. Urban, let's say inner city London, maybe black.
Yeah.
Black culture. I feel like that statement does resonate with that because the music that is associated with my culture tends to be kind of violent or like kind of maybe if it's not violent, it's portraying women in a bad way. If it's not portraying women in a bad way, it's about drugs. If it's not drugs, it's just about crime.
So are you saying culture in what exactly? You're talking where you live, your background,
So yeah, I'm saying about what is deemed as my culture.
Okay.
Being from London, a London boy. So someone looking from outside, not knowing me, would deem me as being part of that culture and deem the kind of will have a perception of what kind of music I do listen to, and like the artists that I listen to and what they kind of stand for, what they actually make in their music.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I feel like that statement is right because we don't want to be stereotyped as being criminals or being insensitive to women or desensitizing or whatever, all this kind of stuff, or like being involved in crime or whatever.
Yeah.
But the music that we make and kind of listen to an extent does kind of suggest that though.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. I think this is probably what I'm probably gonna say is probably be the thing to maybe wrap everything up. But I'll probably say I start anyway. I think we're gonna touch on other topics, but just starting off by saying that I think most of us, all of us, are walking contradictions in different ways.
100%. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Walking contradictions.
That's a fact. We can end this here. That is a fact.
But on the topic of music, I think it's just crazy, you know, how, for example, the argument of drill.
Yeah.
I think we did unreleased match we did again of the argument of band drill after a video that came out yesterday. I'm off the ball today. Last year by Krypton Conan, which sparked conversation, you know, about, well, I not sparked, but further sparked conversation about, you know, should drill be banned as a genre, you know, and then we had another guest on, who, on that episode that's unreleased, coming out from TBC, saying that, you know, actually, when you say drill, you know, there's different complexities, etc., and there's also, you know, you can use the beat, but also speak positive words and stuff like that. But let's use a little bit of that, you know, in the context of like music self-contradiction. You know, it's funny because a lot of people that are involved in that kind of lifestyle and are listening to drill, you know, for those who are familiar with the terms, chef man up, you know, like kill style, that's basically what it is. Like they're so into it, and it might even fuel, you know, their actions in a negative way. But they don't take, or even probably bystanders, you could say, that don't even do any of that, that are listening to that, enjoying that kind of music. They don't take into account that, hey, you know what? People actually die from listening to this kind of music, making this kind of music. Like, your cousin, God forbid, your family member, could actually die because someone's listening to this or making this kind of music. You know? And I think if people took a step back, you know, there'll be less of the stigma around that stuff. Because there's an excuse of, for example, with drill, is that, oh, you know what, people are just doing it so they don't have to be in the streets. But they're not thinking about how does it affect other people.
That's the thing. That's where it's a weird one, because I do honestly feel like there are some people that are using like drill or music in general as a way to escape, whether to get things off their mind or to just basically create a career for themselves, which they didn't have before. And some of them are just speaking on what their reality was. But again, there's some people that are actually just doing it and they're still doing the drillings and the chefings and all of that kind of stuff. And in general, we have to think of the bigger picture. Is this bringing more, okay, if it's bringing positive to that individual, how much negative is it bringing to the rest of society? Or you have to weigh up, like, we have to kind of scale it and see what the balance is. Because for me, I feel like it has more of a negative to society. I'm not saying drill. I'm not here saying drill is bad or good or whatever kind of stuff, because it's a large topic. Different people from different backgrounds. People from different backgrounds have different perceptions of it, kind of thing. But I'm just going off how I've seen it affect certain people's life. Because there's people that are known of, or kind of know in a sense, that have been convicted for certain things, and they made drill music as well. So they actually are doing the drillings that they're talking about. And there's been a lot of people that have been arrested. Like, even in the past 3 months, I feel like 3 big drill artists, I don't mention any names, have been convicted for different charges and stuff like that, facing like some serious years, like life and stuff like that. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it actually uplifting the culture, our culture, or is it actually bringing it down?
I think I think even with like talking about music, you know, some people have the stigma of like gospel music is only hallelujah, you know, that's one form. But then if, for example, you rap about it, or you know, I don't know, I've never seen it myself, but you do a bit of garage or whatnot, you know, on your faith or whatnot, then it's not gospel. But connecting that to the drill thing, I guess some genres, you know, I guess it's not too far gone. You can manipulate it and use it for right, good and stuff like that. But I think it's like you're eating a cake, you know. Okay, someone might, you know, maybe spill a little juice on the side of the cake that you made or whatnot, but it comes to a point where it's just too far gone. It's too far gone. It's too far gone.
Do you know? I don't
It's just
know,
the first
because
thing. It's never a stereotype, but
yeah. You just said it like gospel is a genre, but you can have different types of gospel. You can have like worship kind of stuff, and then you can have like maybe rap, and you can have maybe, I don't know, maybe pop gospel. I don't know, but there's different sub-genres kind of thing. So you used to say that drill isn't the big body and it's just the sound of like the music, but it can have different meanings and there can be different kinds of sounds to it.
It's true.
That's the thing. That's why I always say like drill needs to be defined first before we can speak on whether it's good or not. Because are we saying it's what they're talking about, or is it based on what the sound is?
Okay. Getting into the technicalities, I think it's the sound. The sound. I'm not an artist myself, but I think the sound definitely obviously has a big part in, for example, the lyrical side.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's the sound, because if I play a beat now, everyone will be able to say, okay, yeah, this is a drill beat by the sound. You know what a drill beat sounds like. So if we're saying that, then that means that it's down to like the music, it's down to the beat. So it's not down to the lyrics that makes it drill.
Fair enough.
Is it? Since the name is drill, what is drilling? I don't know, man.
Wow, that's a sub episode in itself, you know. That is like that's a conundrum in itself. I see what you're saying. I don't know. It's like when you hear so much about, for example, I'm not saying this right, but when you hear so much like of a certain natives, you know, they do this wrong. Like, for example, some races, you know, are not, it's their fault. They are accountable for them being racist, but they've had so many things, you know, put in their mind about
grown up like
that, and they might have even seen maybe a few of the examples, but obviously that's not representation of like everything they've been taught or whatnot. But then to take it out of them, you know, it's hard.
It's very hard.
Very, very hard.
Very hard process.
Very hard. So I don't know. I'm not trying to take the judgmental point of view, but it's like, if we're being real right now, you know, let's say you go to the beat, the sound, whatnot. I don't know I don't listen to it, fair enough, but I don't know if you could tell me as well. I don't know any drill song, beat that has been used in a positive way, where even where it's been used in a positive way, there hasn't been an ulterior motive, even an ulterior motive behind it.
You know, I feel like,
because you need
I don't feel like any of like the mainstream or like the main like drill artists have talked or kind of made drill positive, like talked about positive things in that sense. But there are some like low key kind of guys that have made like talked about positive things in drill, but they haven't really blown up yet. But I don't know, it's weird, because even when I think of like the top like drill artists, like when you think drill, you think people like Heady One or something like that. Like, I don't even know if Heady One is a drill artist anymore. I feel like you get to a stage and then you'll become more commercial and your sound changes. So I won't even say that he's a drill artist, and that's like a lot of them as well. So I don't know, maybe it's a means to an end, possibly. Because even now, like, I think I watched the interview, like, when was this? Like, probably towards the end of like last year, and this was even with Heady One and like RV and some of those guys that were affiliated before, and they were saying that they're not roadmen. They don't see themselves as roadmen anymore. Well, they won't say they were a roadman.
Okay.
But if you were to go back,
or they ever were.
Anymore.
That's even
anymore, anymore.
Okay.
I think it's clear as day that
Okay.
They were doing stuff before, but
Okay.
yeah, like if you ask them now, they said they're not. So I don't know. I feel like it does get to a stage where you actually, even to be honest, as an artist, as you progress, it gets to a stage where you have to even stop that lifestyle anyway, because you're more in the limelight, so you can't be doing the same things that you were doing before.
True.
So I don't know. It might be a means. It might be a means to an end, but again, it's just we just need to see if
to what end is what I think is important to know, because when it's up in the air, it's like, hey, like, for example, let's say Captain Conan, they do drill or grime or both?
Nah, I don't. They're not drill. They're definitely not drill.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't even know if I'm even putting them in grime. I'll say maybe UK rap.
Okay.
Because I don't see them as like grime artists.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But let's say the music they do.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not about the life that they speak about.
Yeah.
But that isn't a contradiction in itself, because they like to talk about positivity and stuff like that. But then if someone listens to your music, you can't control everyone. The same way you can't control, what people think of you in like a negative way, positive way. I think it's the same for music too. Yeah. I might not even know who you are, Cryptocurrency. I just listening to you, I just come across your Spotify. Yeah. And like, okay, you're saying this. Alright, this is what I've already been premeditating anyway.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a weird topic, because where there is some blame to drill. This is why I can't really take any direct side and say that something is wrong or right or good or bad, because the same way we do listen to music, we also watch things as well. We watch films with a lot of crime. People be bagging off about narcos and all of these power and everything, where it's just crime.
I'm not gonna
watching it as well. So we have to keep that same energy then.
Wow.
You have to keep that same energy.
You put it like that.
That's the thing. You summed it up before with contradictions. I feel like it all just comes down to the person, because there's some people that are easily influenced by the things that they see, and some people make what they see or hear their reality. Yeah. Where some people just perceive it as just entertainment or something like that.
Fair enough. I guess. Yeah, shows like about crime and stuff.
Yeah.
When you say like that, like, even though we might just watch it as normal spectators, like we just enjoy the storyline and whatnot. Yeah. Some people actually watch it and genuinely feel like this is appealing.
Some people actually watch these things and they're inspired. They're inspired to go and do crazy. I remember, what film was it? I think it was when Dark Knight came out, and there was that guy. Like, he said that basically Joker inspired him, and then he shot up the cinema. Like, he killed a couple of people.
I think
yeah. Like, something like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But we can say that was because of the film as well. Yeah. Banned films.
It's true when you put it like that.
You know what? The difference is, I'll say, is like with films, they're actors. They're actors. Whereas with like drill and music, you're kind of forced to, even if you weren't that guy, you're forced to kind of live that lifestyle, because it's all about bragging rights, like, and credibility. Since it's just kind of street music, like, it's all about street credibility. So if now you're talking about, okay, that you sold this amount or whatever, or you caught this amount of bodies or whatever kind of thing, you'll be held accountable for. People will come and test you, and then you cannot be perceived as kind of thing.
I see, because when I think, for a second I thought, actually no, they're the same because it's media or whatnot.
Yeah.
But when you say like that, it's actually true, because obviously if I'm in a drama or whatnot, that I'm acting because what I'm doing in that moment is not real. But if I'm making a song about something, you don't know who's real or not when they make music.
That's the
you definitely know when people act, obviously it's not real, there's a script and everything. Yeah. But you have no idea.
That's where it's just, I don't know, it's a blurred line. It's a blurred line.
Wow, this is a reality check for all of us, definitely.
But I feel like in general right now, in terms of like going back to like the bigger question, like, or the original question, I feel like music in general, I'm not just gonna speak for drill. I'm talking about like culturally our music. What is our music? I feel like it is kind of in a way creating the stereotypes that we do not like, that we that we try and say that this is not what we are. Subconsciously, it is kind of creating those stereotypes, because like if you're watching a music video and like some guys there like just with the dark like looking like they're about to just ride out on somewhere like that, and somebody that's not from the culture sees that, and then now they place in a position where like they're seeing someone in a hood up or something like that, their judgment from what they've seen is like, these are bad people. I mean,
I see, definitely see what you're saying. Even like going, I guess it's almost like a music episode. We might even change the title. But even like in the way that we treat our women, we talk about our women, stuff like that. Like no one ever really something if you go to the club, you listen to certain tracks, certain hits. No one really takes a step back to think, hey, you know what, like this could be something my daughter could be jamming to, in 10 years, like, or this might be something I don't know, but like it's deeper than that. That makes sense. Than the face value.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, like music. Yeah, this might be this. We're dealing on music a lot.
Yeah, maybe we have to split the segments. You might as well say music. You might as well.
But yeah, it's true, because like the way a lot of women are depicted in like music videos, like they're either depicted as weak or just objects.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just like dependent on a man or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But these are things that people are trying to break in real life. But then the people that are trying to break these things listen to that music.
No, it's true.
So it's like
one thing I don't understand is how.
I think I know what you were gonna say, my God.
One thing I do not understand, and I'll take the opportunity to continue to mention this to a bigger audience down the line as well, is that how women, if you call them a B, they're you knew, they're okay with that. Like they like it, but. Oh, no, sorry. If you call them, they don't like it. Forgive me. They like, it's like you're dissing them, obviously. But if you call them a bad B, then it's cool.
That's a compliment. That's one of the best compliments.
You just put the word bad.
That's one of the best compliments these days. I don't get it. That's the thing. So everyone's a walking contradiction. Everyone is, because you're fighting for certain things, but then you're lenient in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like another example is like there's a lot of in recent years there's a lot of like, let me even be direct, a lot of black females like voice opinions on social media saying that they don't see black women in like music videos, they don't see artists like get them as like video vixens and stuff like that.
Look at that.
Wait, but these are the same people that would then go and be like, women in music videos anyway that are just like wearing nothing or anything like that. That's the meaning. That's making women just look like objects. But then now you're saying, why don't they put black women in the video?
It's true.
That's a mad contradiction.
It's so crazy. It's actually so crazy. Why do they only have, like already it's I don't know if the right word to use is derogatory.
It is.
Already it's portraying that, it's linked to that.
Yeah.
But then why don't we have more of our representations here?
What? Do you know what that's like? That's like saying, we shouldn't have wars, but let's send some of our troops there to go and fight. What? What do you want?
My days. It's
But the thing is, I'm over slating everyone because I feel like to an extent we're all kind of guilty.
Yeah. Not better than anyone.
Yeah, so
it's just.
I find that particular one funny. I find that funny.
It's very, especially when obviously some women are feminists and they have a very strong view behind equality and women empowerment, which is good, of course.
Yeah.
But if you're reciting, if one of your favorite songs has connotations related to things that actually is the demeanor, you know, demises women, then it's like, where do we actually stand?
Exactly.
You know, on that front. You know, I guess in music it's just, I think it's gonna always be like that to me.
I thought, music will always be like that.
Yeah.
It will always be like that.
I think the most important thing is that we're self-aware.
Yeah.
And that we try and change in different ways.
Yeah.
You know? I think that's the most important thing.
100%. I feel like for a lot of things, like self-awareness, it comes down to self-awareness. Because we've got self-awareness, you've got that discipline to carry yourself in a certain way, or not do things in a certain way, or not be inspired by things that should inspire you, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, because especially it's such a vast universe. You know? Music, you know, related to actual cultural beliefs and stuff. Like, I don't know, a lot of people hate Trump, but they're probably, you know, listen, maybe not even just music, but in terms of like entertainment and stuff like that. Let me not say indulging in, but probably even like going back to movies and shows, promoting certain shows that are very depicted, you know, of racism. Like not outgoing like racism, like, you know, on this show we call black people the N-word and stuff like that, but very subconscious, like very subconscious racism, and subconscious where, like, you know it's there, but you're just putting it to the side. If that makes sense. You know, so there needs to be, you know, a level of honesty, you know, to consistency. I think consistency. I think is the best word. You know, with this, because there's a lot of inconsistencies.
100%.
A lot of inconsistencies. Like, even, you know, if we're being real, this is unscripted again. You know, if we're being real, you know, obviously both of us, you know, are black. You know, in the black communities, not everyone, but some people I know feel it's okay to say some things about, you know, other races like, you know, whites, Asians, etc. But then when they say something about them, it's complete blasphemy. It doesn't work that way, right?
Like, I had this, that's the thing. I don't understand that. It doesn't make no sense to me.
Way, man.
Like, you can't be both sides of the fence. Like, you can't be full racist, you can't be racist. So even though they all perceive themselves as not racist.
Exactly.
Do you know what the wildest statement is? You know what the wildest statement is? Black people can't be racist.
Yeah, I've actually heard that.
That is the wildest statement ever.
I've actually
what
heard
do you
that
mean?
statement.
So if now I pick, I don't think like a lot of people even understand what racism is. Racism is basically, what's even the word?
Prejudice.
Showing prejudice based on color. Based on color. That's it.
Racist.
So regardless of what your color is, if now I'm black, and I treat somebody white differently, solely because of they're white, not because of their ability, not because of their talent or anything, just because they're white, I treat them in a certain way. That's really racist.
It is like,
I understand that in the bigger picture, like, okay, if you're saying in this country, because obviously we're still a minority, like in the big picture, we're probably, how many, let me say ethnic minorities are like what? It's less than 10% in the UK or something like that. In
Really?
the bigger, it's very low. The thing is, we see London, but
it's true. It's actually true.
Everywhere else, there's nobody
true.
here.
It's like, the vicinity is definitely much smaller here. It's very true.
That's the thing.
10%, that's crazy.
So, in the bigger picture, like in this country, obviously, like, we cannot be, there's institutionalized racism, structural racism, all this kind of thing. So in the bigger picture, we cannot be racist in that sense because we're so small. But you can still have a racist mindset. You can still be racist and still do racist things. You can still be racist. If I punch somebody else white because they're white, that's racist.
Yeah, it is. It is. Or some people don't like. Some people. I've heard this one of someone I know who they like mixed race kids. They think they're cute, etc. But in terms of like, if their daughter or son wanted to for example, marry, let's say, a white, black woman or man, vice versa, whatever, they're a bit uncomfortable with that. It's like,
Boy,
what?
that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people like to say with their mouth that they don't want racism to exist, but a lot of people are the reason. Subconsciously they do. So a lot of people are actually the fact that racism still exists anyway.
They won't admit as well.
They won't admit it. They won't.
They fully won't admit it. I remember when, like, even there was this this work gathering where someone, one of my colleagues approached me, and she's a more experienced white woman. And she showed me a picture of her boyfriend, who's like actually a black man. But when she showed like her other, white colleagues, this is my boyfriend, like that, they were like, what? Like she explained to me was like, the look in their face and their reaction was like, oh, this is a surprise.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you ask them, if of course this is not everyday question, but if you ask them, are you racist? Most likely they'll say no.
But this is where it's even scary as well, because this is in London.
Yeah, exactly.
So look at the reaction in London.
Yeah.
And these are people that are probably grown up in this culture. There's a lot of black people, a lot of ethnic in this city. So imagine now somewhere like, I don't know, Cornwall. What's going on there?
Wow, if you're watching from there, hold tight.
Hold tight.
Keep fighting the fight.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like we just deviated from the topic, but
completely race, music. I guess maybe we came back actually. Maybe
because
we came back.
Talking about culture anyway.
Yeah.
So it is still with the
definitely
culture, stereotypes, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Or there are I can't think of one specific one or few, but there are a lot of even examples of, for example, where people have the idea in mind of, this is okay for like, I'd never let this happen to me, or this can happen to me, but if it happens to someone else, it's alright.
There's a word. What's the word for? What's it? Jesus English. What's the word? Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude.
What's that?
So it's like you being happy with something bad happening to someone else.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's actually a word for it.
Is that Old English?
I just remember it from Jesus English. I don't know that word stuck in my head. I banged that. I use that word a lot of times, man. Jesus English. Shout out whatever the teacher.
Oh, Jesus English.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that term. I think
what textbook? What book was that from?
I can't remember what book we were using it in, but I just remember the word being taught that word, boy. That's something I do remember from school.
Yeah. And even in like situations like that, everyone believes that they're good people. But if you're a good person, I guess the basic is it's always also wish or want good for other people. I'm really trying to think of a good example, because there are so many on the top of my head of stuff like that.
But I do feel like, to an extent, every one of us, like, we do show a little side of that, because okay, let me give you an example. What team do you support?
Okay. Sports Arsenal.
Okay. When Arsenal and United, when we were back in the glory days, we're not talking about now. When one of us lose, you're happy, or you want the other team to lose.
Yeah. I even have something deep.
Sometimes some people want certain players to get injured, which is mad.
That's true.
You're forgetting that's actually somebody's life.
Yeah, that's their body, That's their health. I even got a deep one. I got VAR.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest. Let's switch now to sports.
Let's switch to sports.
Biggest walking contradictions. Yeah. I am not sorry. No.
Yeah,
I'm not sorry at all.
Yeah.
How many, for those who don't know, in professional football, I think other sports as well, but they have something called VAR, where if something is hard to officiate and judge from the naked eye, they will go to a screen where they see the replay, slow down emotion, and it might slow down the momentum of the game where the game is paused, and some decisions are reversed, or some decisions, are still going forward as they were first judged by the referee. But there are some people, a lot of them, who don't like it. And I do understand from the point of where, let's say, I think the main problem I have with it is that it's not even used enough. Where there are some things that have happened, for example, in football matches, where there's a tussling, there's a foul or whatnot, but then after sports fans are like, why isn't it? Okay, it's fine to say why isn't it used there, but I don't understand the point of view of where like, oh, we shouldn't have it, because you were complaining in the first place anyway when, for example, your team wasn't winning because they kept getting ripped off.
I kept getting bumped. But I feel like with VAR, one of the biggest problems is that it's very inconsistent. Like when they use it, when they don't use it, where offside is, where it's not, whether it's a arm or shoulder, whether it's a handball or not a handball.
A few times.
So that's what I feel like. That's what's the big problem, the inconsistency.
But to take away completely, that's wrong.
I want them to take it away.
I think
because I feel like it's doing more harm than good.
You want them to take it away?
I feel like no. I feel like because
it's doing more harm.
It's doing more harm than good. It's killing the experience.
Your team is in the cup final.
Yeah.
Do you know Arsenal didn't win the Champions League because Eto'o was offside?
Okay.
And for those who watch the game, they'll always remember that.
That's what.
If there was VAR, he wouldn't have scored.
That's what makes football. It's harsh,
no. The way we should.
Some decisions going wrong, some decisions going right. That's what makes football. But the thing is, VAR is inconsistent. There's some decisions that VAR will mark as it's calm or whatever, but there's been other decisions where it's been overturned or something like that, and everyone's just like.
I think people just have a high expectation of VAR. If you link it even to life is not perfect, and you can never be perfect. But we need to try and get closer to perfection. Even as long as a human is involved in VAR, there will always be errors.
I think it's just softening up football, man. You can't do anything. You can't do anything.
Okay, I don't mean say you can't do it.
You can't do anything.
But you would be happy if VAR is in your
basically
favour.
in a classroom.
If it's in your favour,
everyone will be happy if VAR. It's like you'll be happy.
Exactly. So if it's not
in your favour,
if it's against you, then you take this.
No, but I can still obviously.
How many Arsenal
if VAR worked in our favour, and I knew that the decision was maybe wrong or something like that, I'll admit that it's wrong, but I'll be happy with the decision because it works in the favour of my team. Same thing for a penalty. If you got given a penalty that shouldn't be in a penalty, I'll be gassed. But if it was the other way, what? How are you giving this a soft penalty? But
but we need to be impartial. I always try to be impartial.
Because you
need to be impartial. Come on, man.
I can't. My thing is, it's just too inconsistent.
So what, you just expect it to be in your favour?
I feel like what most people wanted, was goal line technology. That's what we needed. Goal line technology, all of that kind of stuff. Anything on the pitch,
So
there's how many officials?
Wasn't that impossible?
Offside.
But
I don't think we need offside.
Humans are not robots.
I don't think we need offside.
Humans are not
exactly.
robots.
But think about it, Why do I need to see, that somebody's finger deep? This is the most annoying one, Somebody's hand is offside. Can you score with your hand?
No.
The thing will be so tight, the person's body and legs will be there, but because the little finger, the tip of the little finger, maybe the nail is sticking out. I'm not exaggerating. They will say that person's offside.
Yeah.
You can't even score with your hand anyway.
There is a grey area. I'm not saying that there is.
There's a black area.
Oh my god. There is a grey area. I think it's like the margin of there is that small margin of error. Like you can never, if I can say, have it perfect. But we should be okay with that. We should be okay to be in that limbo.
Wait, let me do something even more. This is why VAR doesn't make sense now. Okay. So we are getting rid of we're basically saying that the computer is more accurate, than humans.
Yes.
But who's operating the computer?
Unfortunately, it's humans.
So what's the point? we're going back in a circle because it all goes down. Okay, let's say there's an offside decision. Based on that person that's on the screen, that's controlling the VAR screen, whatever. Based on wherever that person wants to stop it. If they want to stop it before the pass was made to the person that was in the offside, if they want to stop it when the ball was at the feet or when the ball left the person's feet, it's up to them. Those are two different points.
I think
it's still controlled by a man.
It's true. But I think the main objective is that it cuts down the number of things that go unnoticed and increases the chances of the game being played, fairly.
That's what makes football interesting. That's why it's killing the thing. Shall I tell you why?
Because you just said yourself.
Listen, the reason why, football is the most watched sport in the world, it's because it's so free flowing.
Yeah,
it's so free flowing.
The rest of
and it's so easy to understand. You score a goal, except from offside. There's some people know some little technical rules.
Exactly.
But that's it. If I watch American football, one of the reasons why I only watch Super Bowl is because it stops every 2 seconds. American football stops every second for one reason or another. Rugby stops every second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Even the timeouts in basketball are not.
Yeah, even basketball as well. Like it's annoying. Like timeout every second. Every second. But there's too many rules. There's too many things that's going on. But football was there.
But that's not necessary though. That's not. It doesn't affect the outcome of the game though. It doesn't affect. It doesn't affect. I don't know about American football, but
it doesn't affect the outcome of the game, but it affects the experience. Which is why people that tend to watch football and haven't watched these other sports, they struggle to watch these other sports because we're used to seeing football just happening. It's football. It's calm. I don't need to see VAR. Okay, I pinched this guy. VAR. I have to look at it. Was it a harmful play or not? That's what makes football interesting. We're getting to a point where football is going to become a non-contact sport and you can't do anything. Already they're saying that they might get rid of headers for players academy players because apparently there's too many head injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually heard something about that.
There's too much.
Was it headers completely or I don't think it was completely. Or was it contested headers?
No, completely. How would you govern contested headers and things?
That's stupid.
Yeah. There's too much things that's going on, man.
That's just stupid. Okay, but let's try and look at see.
This is about
music, race, VAR. Yeah, man, everything.
That's the title. Yeah, that's actually the title. That's actually the title.
Okay, but let's say the police. I'm trying to think of this off the top of my head.
Yeah.
The police the Metropolitan Police in London is here to protect us.
Yeah.
And they've now put in. They have cameras now on their chest to video camera, whatever's happening. That is to increase the probability and chance of things happening in your favor.
Okay.
And not in the favor of the people who are committing the crime or assaults.
But should everything be a police issue, an issue where the police should be involved in?
No. But having it there is helpful.
That's what VAR is.
So you're trying to say VAR is not helpful?
VAR is helpful.
Yeah, so
VAR is helpful, but I feel like it's unnecessary. You don't need it. How many officials are there on the pitch already?
And they've still been making mistakes.
That's the thing. How many officials are there on the pitch? You've got a referee, you've got linesmen, you've got fourth official, you're in the Champions League, you've got those pointless guys that stand behind the goal, but yet they still don't see anything. I don't understand those officials. They don't stand there. I don't know whether they're too cold or something. They don't see anything. So you got this amount of officials already, Why do you now need thing as well? Why do you need it? If they can't see what's going on in the pitch, then where?
So what you're saying is that what is helpful is not needed.
Yeah, it's not in all cases that everything helpful is needed.
So if your team in whatever sport is in the I mean keep the same energy as you said. Keep the same energy. Your team is in the final or whatever sport, and they lose because a decision has gone against them. You're okay with that?
No, I'll be annoyed. But let me say something.
And they could have used. Let's say there is.
But let me say something.
Today, but
this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, let's say because I know Arsenal fans, you guys are still bitter about 2006. flip the things. Let's say you guys were Barcelona. You guys were Barcelona. Barcelona were Arsenal. It worked out in your favour that a goal that would be offside was given to you guys.
When?
No, I'm saying no. Let's say
let's say
a final. Let's say it worked in your favour. What would you say then?
I would own up and say like
you
was wrong. No, I will be. It's true. You can't.
Yeah. Happy about
it's like when you play sports anyway, and you do something a bit dodgy on the pitch, but the official doesn't see it. You know, like it's not you for you to say. If he doesn't see it, he doesn't see it.
Exactly.
But of course, you can still. You don't have to say anything either.
Yeah.
But you still acknowledge that.
That's the thing. You acknowledge it, but you'll still be happy because your team.
Yeah, of course, you're not gonna be sad.
So you're sad now because the team ahead of you. That's what it is.
But it would have helped. It would have helped to make the game. Instead, to make it fairer.
But the thing is, there's still things that go on in the game that VAR doesn't see anyway. We'll see the time here.
Yeah,
there's still things that VAR doesn't see.
Like
a couple things. No, but my thing is, my point is, I'm not saying that it's not needed, but actually, I am saying it's not needed because it's too inconsistent. It's too inconsistent. I don't know whether they need to first come out.
That is also a contradiction then, because then if something goes against you and it's not used or it's not there, you will feel like injustice. We all feel injustice. No?
Yeah, I will
feel like
injustice.
Injustice is done. And you wouldn't want it to be corrected.
That's the nature of the game. That's what happens.
It's all it is to say.
No, it's
all it is to say.
Nah, it's not.
Because
there's been times I'm thinking. There's been times that stuff has happened. Decisions have gone against United as well. That I was like, what happened? Like if maybe there was VAR or something like that. But I feel like VAR is doing more harm than good. It's take away. You can't celebrate a goal now. Think about that. No, think about that. Let's think about that.
That part.
You can't.
It comes with the experience.
It's killing the experience.
It comes with.
It's killing the experience. Like
maybe also increases the drama. Some people.
It doesn't increase the drama because imagine I'm a fan now. Yeah. I can't even celebrate because I don't know what's going on. I can't celebrate because I don't know whether the VAR is gonna cancel the goal. Or the goal's gonna stand. I have to wait. I've come to spend money to watch my team play, and I can't even enjoy the match. Nah, it can't stand.
I think it's like Anthony Joshua's going into a fight and saying, "I'm not gonna get hit." Of course you will get hit. It comes with the territory. You're in a boxing ring. You're gonna get hit. You take a few punches. You give it and you take it at the same time.
But that's not a good example.
Even if you take away VAR. You will still get this stuff. That's what I'm saying there. It's just to like boost the margin of error.
My thing is, if VAR is going to be there, make it not perfect, but make it near perfect. Make it that the decisions that are made, they're consistent. If we're marking offsides by where the position of the person based on where the ball is, like of where the person actually gave the ball, whether the ball is at their feet or whether the ball is left their feet, where we're judging it. Let's make that. Let's clarify that. If we're judging handballs by, I don't even know how to do this thing. It's just like whether I don't even get
if their hands are extended or something.
I don't know because there's certain times that it's clearly not. It shouldn't be a handball. It's technicalities that will make it a thing.
Yeah, that's it. I think either way it'll always be there. It's just to eliminate the.
So I feel like first, before they even do anything, let them clarify the rules then. Clarify the rules and then let there be VAR. Because right now it's like, I don't know.
But if the rules let's say the rules will never be clarified.
They have to be clarified. Then remove VAR then. Remove VAR and let the ref make the decision on the day. Let the ref be in charge of what's going on.
That's I think just generally a lot of things in life, it's always easier said than done. Because when you have to swallow the medicine,
there was life before.
The words that he said.
There was life before VAR. There was life before
VAR.
VAR.
There was pain as well.
There was pain.
There was a lot of pain.
But there was also joy as well.
Oh,
There was joy. Because the same way that you're saying that this and that, yeah, there would have been times in whatever your title winning seasons as well that you would have got decisions in your favour.
that's true.
100%. 100%. That's just the
That's
nature of
true,
the
I
game.
mean-
That's why we like this game. We like what football is. That's why I like it. But now they're just making football just become like, I don't know, man. They're just killing it. In a few years, I don't know if there's gonna be people even watching football at stadiums. No, for real. For real.
I think there'll always be people that
No, they won't. With £100, with Arsenal charging £100 per game.
People are still going.
What kind of people?
Even sometimes it's
What kind of
empty.
people?
People are still going. Nutters.
What kind of people?
Nutters.
I'm telling you, yeah, when the things are changing, now that there's stuff like YouTube, even these Sunday League teams and stuff like that, you can just go and watch that. You can just go and watch your the Sunday League team, and it's more entertaining. There's more stuff going because there's less rules, there's less like just technicalities, there's less branding, less all of this kind of stuff.
Politics.
Football's becoming a upper class sport. It is. It's not even becoming. It is upper class sport. Actually, I feel like
Upper class.
it is. Think about it. From even grassroots from the beginning, you can't get into a team unless you have money.
No.
You can't even play for a football team unless you have money.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
You can't watch football unless you have money.
another contradiction in itself.
Exactly. So how can you find the best quality then?
Yeah. In society, there's a lot of inequalities. Let me say, even this is the land
Oh,
of
well,
free.
it's a
There are
whole-
a lot of opportunities, but if sometimes you're not in a certain position in life, certain color, go back to race, or you don't know a certain someone, then even if you might sign a contract of equal, what's that thing you sign on a contract again? Equal rights.
Yeah.
Something that everyone signs of a promise I think the company makes, but you probably get into the organization. Not saying that's the case for every single one, but you don't know why. There aren't maybe a lot of people necessarily like you, or you find it hard for those same reasons, which also is a walking contradiction in itself.
So many contradictions. Maybe this episode should just be called contradictions.
Contradictions, maybe so. I like music race and VAR, but maybe not be practice.
As you wait, music race and VAR, that's anyone that sees that title is like, what?